Good morning, children. In the last class, we tried to understand about the national liberation movements in the colonies. So, under this, we have seen the China liberation movement, the establishment of a Chinese republic successfully. We have finished up, and I introduced to you regarding the Nigerian movement. So, under the Nigerian nationalist movement, we have seen that the Nigeria is an area which is very rich in the petroleum resources. It was a British colony, Britain colony, and Britishers always followed a policy of divide and rule. So they divided the Nigeria into three parts. The northern part is called as House of Faloni. The southwestern part is called as Yoruba. The southeastern part is called as Igbo. And this is the river Niger, which divides Nigeria into two parts, Igbo and the Yoruba. The northern part is not as developed as the southern part. Southern part is dominated by the Christian community, whereas the northern part is dominated by the Muslim community. And we also have learnt about different political parties which tried for the national liberation movement there. The parties like NYM, Nigerian Youth Movement, and the leader Mr. Nanmidi Azikiwe, and NNDP. The first national party which got established in Nigeria was Nigerian National Democratic Party led by Herbert Macaulay. And these both combined and created another political party called as NCNC, that is for Nigeria and Cameroons. And today we shall understand about Pan-Africanism even. Pan-Africanism is an idea which unites the people of Africa irrespective of their tribe, irrespective of the race, and irrespective of the country. So that unity they wanted to establish in Africa against to the colonialism and imperialism, and that idea of unity is called as Pan-Africanism. And today let us go little further depth into the national Nigerian movement, where the Nigerian nationalism grew in popularity after the Second World War, where the Nigerian economy has faced a difficult times, and even it also has faced the economic problems. Nigerian soldiers and the trade union leaders were the backbone of this movement, and especially these are the soldiers who returned from the World War II, and they stand as a backbone for the economy of Nigeria. And in 1945, a national general strike was organized by national radical nationalist forces in Nigeria, especially led by the trade unionists. And as a result of that, they had a twin task of fighting the Britishers, also unifying the diverseness in the Nigeria. And because Nigeria has a different ethnic groups, and these different ethnic groups has to be united by these trade union. The nationalist movement was very strong in the South Nigeria, because South Nigeria is a educated middle class people, whereas Northern Nigeria is a backward region. This is a little developed region, so as compared to the North. And this created a North-South divide between the two regions. Even in the South, there were ethnic conflicts between the Yoruba and the Igbo, because Britishers had divided them as Yoruba and Igbo. And by the 1950s, there are these three regions also had their own anti-colonial movements, and they were fighting. House of Faloni was fighting, and their common enemy is the Britishers, because they were the colonial power. And they had the Conservative Northern People's Congress Party in the north, the National Council for Nigeria and the Cameroons, that is the NCNC, National Council for Nigeria and Cameroons, which is from the south. And in the north it was led by the Northern People's Congress, NPC. And it was in the east, and the action groups were also there in the western region. After the wave of nationalism in Nigeria, the British decided to hand over the power to the Nigerians. They had a complex federal system which had three major regions of Nigeria autonomous. So making them autonomous is not an easy thing. So three major autonomous regions were created by them, and Nigeria became finally independent on 1st October 1963. It was in 1963, 1st October, that Nigerians had finally got their independence. So unfortunately, a just and democratic balance could not happen, and soon civil war has broken out in Nigeria. Military rule started soon in Nigeria, and which has reinforced the domination of the North. People made many attempts to restore the civilian and democratic governments in Nigeria, but they all failed again and again. It was the military regime and the multinational oil corporations which funded these corrupt rulers, and as a result of these, the worked together, they spread the corruption and suppression of the human rights, due to which after a long period of military dictatorship, Nigerians elected a democratic government in 1999. It was in 1999 a democratic government was established in Nigeria after a long military war between the civilians and the military rulers. There was enough oil and environment and politics happened since 1950s, where the oil was found in Nigerian delta, and soon various multinational corporations had come into the fray, and they started fighting and they started controlling the governments, the military governments, and the corrupt practices were established. There was a Dutch shell company which got the rights for oil drilling, and today it is the most important natural resources of Nigeria. The Nigerian economy is based upon the oil, and one of the most important thing is they did not share the profits of the oil drilling with the people, but only the rulers have enjoyed it. As a result of that, there were many environmental problems and issues because of the spillage of the oil into the Atlantic Ocean. A famous environmentalist called as Ken Saro Viva had fought against the military rule, and because of that he was executed by the military government there, and that was the end of the environmentalist movement in Nigeria. Thank you, children. Tomorrow we shall see further about the Nigerian movement. Thank you.